Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this Being Consistent Part 2 because I just recently posted a video entitled Being Consistent. And my good friend Joe viewed the video. He said, "You're being humble, man. Tell them the full story behind that. Dude didn't put the rim or the caulk around your toilet for $40, which is only a 2-3 minute job." So I'm going to, because I totally forgot about everything. And I guess it's important as I thought about it, I said, well, yeah, that kind of add more to the point, the stuff that I left out. Because again, here's the story. When I was living in Illinois for 24 months, because, I'm back and forth from Illinois to Chicago, I was working on a project, so I was here, I rented an apartment. When it rained really bad, water would come up from under the toilet. And that's because the guy that did repairs prior to that didn't recaulk the ring. So the guy across the hall from me said he caulked his up. That's why he didn't flood. So I said, could you do mine? I give you $40. It's only like a 2-minute job to come over my apartment with the caulk, seal the ring, and be done. Make you a quick $40. And for 3 weeks, I was trying to get this guy to come do this. I'm like, I live across the hall from you. Take you less than 5 minutes to do this, and you got $40 in your pocket. And what was so mind-boggling about, why isn't this guy doing this to make this money quickly? And what was so mind-boggling was I knew he needed the money. And the reason why I said it is his wife used to knock on my back door, I kid you not, for 50 cents for a pop. The entire time I was there, I never seen him bring in bags of grocery. So I'm like, I know you could use the $40. Because I could have easily called it the landlord, which eventually I ended up doing and explaining to them that they need recalking, and he sent the guy out, And I know I could have done it, but I'm like, I'm trying to put $40 in this man's pocket that needs it, because again, never seen them bring in grocery. Never seen them pull up and bring out bags of grocery and take it in the house. So there were times that I would buy cases of pop, just put it at their back door. Because I knew they were just that tap for money. There were times that I bought grocery and put it at their back door because I knew they were that tap for money. So that's why I couldn't understand for the life of me, come get this $40 that you can earn, So, and I'm not going to assume anything why that didn't take place. Because, if somebody were to offer me this, for $40, I'll be like, hey, no problem. I'll go get my tools right now, hook you up, and we done. I could take that $40 and give it to my wife so she won't be knocking at your door begging for money. And I'm going to end this story with this, and this is a true story. I recently came back to Illinois for some business, take care of some business, handle some business. So I went to go visit my friend Joe, because we lived in that building, and he lived under this guy. So when I went there, I went to this store that's right next door first. I got some fruits. And Lord and behold, I seen the guy downstairs' wife. She came into the store. She recognized me, and she still coming, hey, neighbor. I say, hey, how you doing? She's still asking me for 50 cents. I'm like, this is like 2 years later, and apparently nothing has changed. So I don't understand this new mentality, these, and I termed it the new phrase, busy broke people. You busy doing what? You're not making money? Because again, I can understand you being busy doing things, a charitable, organization, you're doing things for the community. You're not trying to make money, but you're busy doing productive things. But I can't understand these busy broke people that are not really doing anything, So I just find that interesting. Be consistent. When you expected to do something, do it in a timely manner. Because here's another story I'm going to share with you. And this kind of helped, spawn or prompt this video. There are people that are soliciting their services on Craigslist. So then you inquire about these services, say for instance on the Monday. And you're saying to yourself, well, I should hear from them today or tomorrow, probably no later than Wednesday. Because I don't want to hear that on real busy stuff. It's just, if you're that busy, you need to cut down on your activities because now you can spread yourself so thin you're sloppy. So everybody now just want to throw that I've been busy nonsense at you. I'm like, I've been busy too, but I'm still maintaining this. I'm still maintaining this. I'm still doing this. And I'm not saying everybody should live according to Morris, but I'm just saying this is how it's supposed to be. So I inquired about this service. I didn't get a response back to almost 2 weeks. And the reason why supposedly was this: sorry for getting back to you so late. Uh, you know, your inquiry went to my junk mail, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is how I think. I'm trying to utilize or solicit my services. Me. So it would make sense to me to do this. If I don't have access to check my voice emails on a several times a day, at least once a day. Okay, you're busy. You're doing 8 hours, then you come home, you check your email at the end of the day. Also, when you're checking your email, wouldn't it be a good idea to check your junk mail? Because most of us know when you first send an email to somebody the very first time, it usually ends up in spam and junk mail. So wouldn't it make sense to say, let me check my regular email and then let me check my junk mail at least once a day, maybe every other day, and then respond to these inquiries in a timely manner as opposed to 2 weeks later, oh, I just found your email in junk mail. That ain't acceptable to me. It says a lot about you. You're not organized. Because when it comes to business, because it's different when it's personal, but when it's business, nobody wants to hear that. I'm busy. I forgot. I get back to you. Let me look into this, and you don't hear from them. I leave those people alone because it tells me right out the gate, I can't deal with these people because if we can't even get it started, how are we going to finish this or get it going? If right out the gate you stumbling and fumbling, you ain't checking your emails and you responding to people 2 weeks later and, it says a lot. It says a lot about you and people notice you and people observe you. And if they notice you every time, they notice you all the time, you late, you got excuses, you falling behind, you get back, you ain't finished this, there's no completion to this, you haven't initiated in a timely manner, they leave you alone. They see this. And there's some people that don't see that people see that in you when you're sloppy, And here's another one. And I just want to make sure because I'm looking on my notes that I don't forget this thing. And I had to get on my daughter about this. I call her to leave a voicemail because I'm not too keen on that texting thing. I'm going to leave you a voicemail if I can't talk to you. Sorry, but the mailbox you just contacted has been full and you can't leave a message. That's some bullshit. And I got on her about that. I'm like, look, unless you're a celebrity or a millionaire and everybody's trying to respond and contact you, there's no reason for your box to be full. Empty your box on a regular basis so it never get that full. It says a lot about you when you sit there and let all these voicemails pile up, and then nobody can call you, and it could be an emergency. They can't even leave a voicemail, That's another thing that I observe. It's like people ain't handling their business. There's never a time that anybody has my personal cell phone number that they gonna get that nonsense. Because I'm like, unless I've been trapped in a cave for 29 days without my cell phone, that's the only excuse I could give you. It's like, unless you've been trapped in a cave or in a hospital for a month, there's no excuse for you to clean out your mailbox. It says a lot about you when you don't do these things. You got all these people calling, leaving voicemails, and you're not checking them and getting them out of there. It says a lot. Those things people observe and they notice about you. So again, this video is for young folks. Be consistent. When you expect to do something, do it in a timely manner. If you initiate something, follow through in a timely manner. Because I'm gonna mention this again from the last video. Periodically, I get inquiries to my personal email. It's about the DVD lessons 1 through 7, and sometimes they ask me, how do I order or how much does it cost? 100% of the videos that I post that you watch that prompt you to inquire, that information you just asked for, it's already in the video. So I don't understand how is that missed. I mentioned that in order to pay, you can pay with my PayPal. There's my PayPal address right there, $38. That includes shipping and handling. That information is already there. So when people send me emails asking about this, I'm kind of baffled that how is this information that's in these videos are overlooked. And then I go ahead and give them the information because I'm like, I don't know what took place there that you didn't see this, but it's not a big deal. So I get them the information. 3 or 4 days later, don't hear from them. Like I told you, the way that my email is set up now, after 2 days of a response, expecting a response to my email to you, your email get blocked from my email. And here's the reason why. We're all busy, and I don't have time to check emails that they ain't going nowhere. There's nothing coming out of this as far as where you inquired about this, but yet you didn't respond once you got the information. That takes a moment or two out of my day if this is continues to happen. So I'm like, it's set up now that after 2 days, if there hasn't been a response from your initial response, you get blocked. Because again, I can't sit around all day fielding and responding to emails that they hit a dead end. Again, it goes back to being consistent. When I was in the corporate world, there were about 3 gentlemen, and I'm not going to name their name, even though it's a praise, but I'm not due to privacy. It was 3 guys. I could always depend on them. When they said that they were going to do this, working on a project, they'd be finished. If not, they notify me in a timely manner. If they said they were going to do something, they did it. If they can't again, they notify me in a timely manner. They were extremely consistent. There was never a time, oops, I forgot. I got so busy. None of that. Again, if you're real busy and you're getting sloppy, you need to reevaluate your plate. Because because it's understandable if you got too much on your plate, some of it got to come off. Because if not, everything on that plate suffers because now you got to half do what's on that plate. And still, I got enough on my plate to attend to everybody's inquiries and needs on this plate. And still, here it is, there you go, real fast and hurry, sloppy, throwing it at you. You don't want that. So I'm going to end that with this video, or end that and in this video. And again, the thing here is, again, being consistent. You don't know who's watching you, who's observing you, who's kind of, creating a profile on you to say, okay, this guy's reliable. Every time I interacted with this guy, timely man, I'm very professional, very kind, very courteous. And still, this other dude, no. He really engages in stuff that he's supposed to do in a timely manner. And then, he keeps giving this I'm busy, but yet I'm broke, excuse. And it's like, no, we don't want to deal with that guy. Go back to that guy. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.